Hello viewers and welcome to another session of Autodesk Civil 3D 2022. In this session, we will see how to create assemblies and sub-assemblies. I hope that you have gone through the study material shared in the last lecture. Let's close this drawing number 1 and then we will open this supporting file simply by dragging and dropping into this workspace. Now we have this file. It has been created by yourself, but it was in the previous sessions, so let's leave it there. We will hit on assembly and create new assembly. Here we have different types like undivided, crown, planar, and so on. Then we have code set styles. We can do with all codes and no display with hatching and so on. For the layers, we can create a new one, but we will add a suffix underscore static. You already know how it works. Once we press OK, we have to specify a point where we have to place this assembly baseline. Once we hit it, we have these assembly properties. We can give an appropriate name here. Let's say assembly 1. Then we have the construction tab. Here we can change the parameters which we have chosen already. And then we have this sub-assembly help. It is not available here because it is assembly. We will see it in sub-assembly part. In this tool palette, we have these different options. First, let's choose this generic. Here we have all these parameters. We can keep it as it is or we can change as per our project requirement. Let's say the width must be 1.5, the shift width as 0.2 meters and the depth as 0.25 meters. Then we will simply click on the right side of this assembly baseline, like this. Now this generic pavement structure has been formed. The next to it is usually the basic curb and cutter. Again, we can change the parameters or we can keep them as it is for now. Now we will hit the upper node like this. Next, we usually have a platform, or let's say here we have the basic slope. So this is the right side. We can give a cut slope. Here it is 2:1. Let's make it 1:1. The fill slope can be 2:1. The force slope to 1 and the force slope width to 0.2. Similarly, we have a few more parameters like bottom width, back slope and back slope width like this. Then we will click this right top node and here we have the cut and fill slope layout mode. We can select all of it and then use the mirror command. Let's close this palette to see the mirror command. Now we can simply click on the left side and everything would be replicated on the left side as well. Now let's start with this right lane. We can give a specific name. For instance, we will give the name as right lane. Under parameters, we have liberty to change the parameters at this stage as well. For instance, if we want to change the shift width, we can make it 0 here, hit apply. And this is the part which I was trying to tell you before. This is sub-assembly help. In case you did not go through the study material in the previous lecture, you can always refer to these sub-assembly help. You can see all the parameters, the default settings, each and every detail is there. So you can always refer to this sub-assembly help in case you feel lost. Let's change the left lane. We will name it as left lane as well. Again, the parameters, we can change the shift width to 0. We don't want it at this stage. Let's hit apply and then OK. Next, we have to change this right curve and gutter. So we can name it as right curve. Hit apply and OK. We don't want to change any parameters at this stage. Similarly, we can click on the left one, go to sub-assembly properties and give it an appropriate name like left curve. Let's hit OK. Now it's time for the slope. We will repeat the process, go to sub-assembly properties and give the name as right slope. In parameters, we can change any parameter if you want, or we want to go for the help. Here you can see it is showing what is for slope width, bottom width, back slope width, and so on. And here we have the default values right in front of us. Once we are done, we have to hit apply and then OK. Let's repeat the process for the left plane. Here we have to give an appropriate name like left slope. We don't want to change any parameters, so we will hit apply and then press OK. Now we are done with this very basic assembly and sub-assembly. So let's save this file. Let's name it as lecture number 36. So this is how we create a very simple assembly and sub-assemblies. In the next session, we will try to implement and improve it as per our project requirements. Let's call it a day. See you in another session. Till then, take care.